Afternoon, people. A quick stream before the big game. Going to be discussing all the latest Chelsea news, of course. We've got some announcements. Mason Mount, player of the season for Chelsea. We're going to be talking about as much as we can. We're going to be getting into the most, well, can I say biggest game of the season today?
I mean, it is a very big game, but I wouldn't say it's the biggest game.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, top four. We've seen Thomas Tuchel's comments. Big up, Mike. Mike, I've not seen you on the stream in ages, man. Mike, just as if you guys want to come on, let me know. Big up as well, just as Alfredo too. Didn't even know you got a second account. Daniel would love to get Lukaku, which we getting into, and big up Aaron as well. Everyone that's tuned in, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification, tune in every single day. We're streaming straight after the game. What was your prediction again? 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
2-1, and your goal scorers were?
I think it was Pulisic and someone else. I can't remember the second one.
Yeah. Big up Dex as well. Let us know your predictions, everyone, what you guys think. Mason Mount, player of the season so far. Matt, what do you think of that?
I mean, it was fairly obvious that it was going to be Mason Mount. Probably deserves it. I think he's been the most consistent out of anyone. I'd say the only two other people you could say would be Mendy or Thiago Silva. Yeah, well done to him. Obviously, first academy player since John Terry to get it, and hopefully he can push on, improve, and become a better player.
Yeah, no, I agree with that as well. African Prince, big up to you from the States. We've got my man Jesters here as well. What's going on, bro? Can you hear me? You can't hear me? Oh, we can't hear you. Or maybe it's
I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for asking, man. Mason Mount's won it, man. I mean, it's obvious that he was going to get picked by the fans, of course. What do you make of it?
I think, first of all, I've disagreed with the last two players of the year, but it really does show why we're struggling to get in the top four. Because it's almost like, well, let's just pick the default guy because nobody else has had an outstanding season. So, to me, Mason Mount doesn't win player of the year at any team above us or even Liverpool. Not with the season he's had. So everybody can jump for joy that the Cobham kid has won player of the year, but he won it because nobody else stood out. So is that something to celebrate or something to go, well, that makes it kind of obvious why we're struggling to get top four? Really?
Big standards. Jesse got big standards, and I can definitely understand your concept behind it for sure. I agree. There was no one else really that has performed. Thiago Silva before his injury was arguably very good as well. But how long was he injured for? Matt, I can't remember how long he was injured for, but quite a few games.
It must have been about 6-7 weeks by the time he got back into it fully.
So I mean, it would have been difficult. I think if he played week in, week out, I think he should have maybe won it. Mendy, Mendy, man. Mendy's been quite good, Mike said.
I don't know why he was so easily dismissed, but again, you have to understand that most of the fan base had a Cobham bias to it. So, if it was close, it was always going to go to him. It was always going to Mount because that's what the people wanted. So to me, I disregard that because it's fans voting, and I've been on a lot of streams. I've gone on a lot of YouTube channels, and that's not a very high standard because most of them don't know what they're talking about in the first place. You can include me in that if you want to. I'm not going to say I'm above everybody else. It's just like I said, at Chelsea Football Club is if our standards are doesn't to give somebody a player of the year. And an outfield player that doesn't play defense, that doesn't have double digits goals and assists in all comps, understand why we're struggling for fourth.
Yeah, understand. I mean, I get the standards, definitely. I mean, we used to be a big club with the previous players, your Lamps, your Drogbas and stuff. So I totally understand what you're saying there. I completely forgot what I was going to be saying next. My difficult game ahead of us. You know what? I finally got my refund from Chelsea, by the way. I got confirmation today at 1 p.m. I'm getting my refund for the 2 tickets because I don't want to go today. They're very strict on all these rules for some reason. But remind me very again, Matt, what's your situation with the strikers? Did you want Kane?
I think Kane's probably top of my list now. If it's realistic, I still have a little bit of doubt about it, but we'll see how it progresses on the next few months. I think I don't see too many people wanting to pay 150 million for him. That's my issue. People keep saying, "Oh, United are front runners," but I don't see Man United paying 150. People talk about City being front runners. Yes, I think City would probably be Kane's preferred destination, especially if they win the Champions League. But again, when's the last time they paid over 50, 60 million for a player, let alone 150? So it's one of them things that if Chelsea want to pay the money, I think it could be an option that could happen. I think the whole Modric situation, the whole Tottenham Chelsea dilemma of we'll never sign a player from each other, I think that's been a bit diluted over recent years because there's been a lot of Tottenham been going after a few Chelsea players over recent years. So I think it's a lot more diluted than people think it is.
Yeah, just as what's your take on strikers that you want to see?
Well, I want to preface this by saying if we bring in either Kane or Lukaku, everybody understands that means no Haaland next year.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have to be okay with the fact that Haaland will not be coming to Chelsea if we sign Kane or Lukaku.
Is that okay for you?
I guess if it was Kane, because I have more faith, I rate Kane higher than Lukaku. That's just my personal opinion, you know. I think he's. Go ahead.
I just don't think we're gonna get Haaland this summer in any way, no matter what.
Yeah.
I think now
next
Yeah, I mean, but now next season, there's going to be so many clubs that are going to go after him. It's going to be someone like Real Madrid or Barcelona. They're going to get a discounted transfer and they're just going to spend. They're going to put like 500, 600, 700 grand wages or something like that. Silly. So I don't think there's any chance of us getting him now.
But he has to leave this summer, right? He has to leave, otherwise Dortmund lose out.
Well, I think Dortmund would like to get him to go, but Mino Raiola is going to go to Haaland and go, well, do you want to leave now and get like 350k, or do you want to leave next season and get near enough double? Haaland's going to want the double. I mean, he'd take a season at Dortmund again.
Dortmund got Champions League football. He's staying.
That's what I'm saying. He probably will stay and they'll force it out another year.
Well, yeah, because they again, they have Sancho they can sell and make 80 mil, which is more than enough for them to be okay financially. They're a very well-run club. I mean, it's not like that Spurs or Man U or Arsenal is Dortmund. They know what they're doing. So I just wanted to make that point, not to say we were ever going to get Haaland. I mean, it's a dream. The point is we're done if we sign either of those strikers. My preference would be Kane because I think he's got a more well-rounded game to him. I think overall a better striker. But if we can't get Kane, then actually I was just listening to a Belgian reporter or that reports on football on a different channel, and actually Lukaku coming to Chelsea is closer than people think. Is it because they've been talking for a while, and it looks like Conte is gone, going to be gone, and Inter are in bad financial situation. So it looks like that Lukaku is closer to Chelsea than most people realize. So that brings up a whole new set of challenges because if Lukaku comes in, that means we're playing a formation with a double striker. It will be a 4-2-4, a 4-2-2-2, or we'll stay with the current formation if we're going to play with a back three, because you're not going to stick Timo on a wing and get any kind of production. The best production you can get is pairing him up top with Lukaku and have him play off Lukaku. That's where he excelled at Leipzig, was to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So then you have to look at, well, if we switch to those formations, what other players do we need to bring in? And seriously, if it's Harry Kane or if it's Lukaku and we're bringing in a Marquinhos, I don't want anybody else this summer, because Marquinhos can play not only a holding CDM, but he can also play in a back three. So you're getting two players for the price of one that fit into two different systems. Those would be my two transfers. But here's the other thing that nobody's probably thought of that works in our favor this week. We're all pretty sure Harry Kane's leaving Spurs, correct?
Yeah, he's definitely leaving. 100%.
Okay. So what is Saturday for him? His last game in the Spurs uniform. You don't think he's going to want to turn out, especially since there's going to be fans in the stadium, for his last home game in that uniform, to do something special as a send-off for the fans?
Yeah.
I think that they're going to destroy Leicester on Saturday, because he's going to want to say, put a stamp, put the end at the end of this story at Tottenham. So if we do, when we do Leicester today, Tottenham will do them again on Saturday. So Liverpool will be in the top four. And that's a result of Kane.
So you think Liverpool is definitely going to make it?
Do you see him after what Alisson did? Do you see him slipping up in the last two games? I don't.
It's just the two teams that they have to play.
Right.
That's like their bogey team.
Well, you can bogey team all you want to. I think that when we beat Leicester today, Leicester will end up in 5th with an FA Cup.
Oh yeah, Spurs are away against Leicester, bro. That's another thing, because Leicester are playing away today.
Okay, I'm sorry, they're playing. Well, it's still going to be Harry Kane's last game in a Spurs uniform. Yeah. You don't think he's going to try to? I thought it was. No, yeah, that's right.
Who are Tottenham playing this week then? Tottenham must be playing home like this week, either today or tomorrow. They've got a home game, and then the weekend, whenever we play Villa, they're going to be playing away from home against Leicester. Father, man, what's up with these donations, man? Matt for host, Justice for host, me out. Okay, it's a bit harsh, very harsh. But,
bring him on, I'll yell at him.
Justice, you're saying definitely going to win tonight? Yeah,
I think so. I really do.
It's going to be nerve-wracking, man. The fans back. I hope the fans put a performance out there, man. The 12th man. We need. Who's refereeing today? Does anyone know?
Anthony Taylor.
John.
It's
Mike Dean.
Mike Dean, excuse me.
Mike Dean.
No, I heard it's not John Moss.
It's not much better, but
I've heard all sorts of different referees. Look, so we don't know.
They're all shit anyway. So
yeah, I mean, it's like picking
Mike Dean
herpes over COVID or something like that. Which one would you rather have? That's what the Premier League refs are anyway. They're utter garbage. For the best,
you heard me yesterday,
in the world. Huh?
Did you hear me yesterday? I was saying that I got offered the vaccine. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Can't believe it, man. I don't know why I got offered it already, man. I haven't said anything yet, but I don't want it.
Not for me.
Yeah.
I've seen too much stuff with side effects that nope, no, thank you.
Yeah,
I'd rather get COVID and get antibodies that way.
Nah, Nick, I'm not getting it, man. Get us to 30 likes. Matt, you've got it though. The reports today from Matt Hancock: 2 vaccine doses might not be enough to avoid the new variant.
This is where you shouldn't listen to media, because what he's at, for what they've quoted him saying to what he's actually saying is completely different.
Yeah.
So he's saying that
What do you think?
two vaccines at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a 97% chance that you won't die from it getting the two
Yeah.
vaccines. So that means automatically there's a 3% chance that you may die from it still. That happens with most things, most vaccines, most other medicines. But what they're saying is, the Indian variant means you're going to more likely die from COVID because it's getting past the vaccine. It's not. It's still the same as what every other variant has been, but it's just media trying to twist it and put fear up. But yeah,
actually, I am, because I just listened to I think it was a Senate committee here in the United States talking about the vaccine and the horrible job that our CDC has done relaying proper information to the American people. And it turns out that if you've had COVID and get the double shot vaccine, you have a more chance of getting side effects because
100%.
your body already has the antibodies. So you're not ever going to produce any more antibodies than just getting the first shot. And even then, the uptick in antibodies in your that are shown after you take that first dose could just be your body's natural resistance now to that particular disease. So the science is still out on it. Don't ever think that science is subtle on something like this. I don't know why we're talking about medical science on a football channel, but there you go.
I'll just let you say your point, bro. But yeah, let's get back to football for sure. So Matt said 2-1. Just as what is your prediction?
3-0.
Oh, come on. You said Arsenal. You said Arsenal going to win like that, or Leicester going to win like that as well, man. We didn't win. It has to be a bit more. It has to be like a 1-0 or 2-1.
Why?
Because we're not on
It
form
doesn't
right
matter.
now,
It's
man.
not going to change the score of the game.
No, your prediction to me means a lot, bro. Like it is gonna affects our mood.
Well, this is what I say. It's been 48 hours since an FA Cup, correct? Who has the deeper squad, us or Leicester? Us. We have the deeper squad.
Yeah,
They can't rotate. They have nobody to rotate to.
but they might see 2 finals now.
But again, they have nobody to rotate in.
But do we want this rotation option though? Because we just want the best 11 to play the last 3 games to win it as cup finals.
Yeah, but I don't think the best 11 played on Saturday.
Right. There you go. That was my next point.
But majority did play though.
Chilwell didn't play.
1. Pulisic didn't play.
Pulisic didn't play.
2.
Havertz.
I'd argue Havertz didn't play. It's 3.
Okay.
Mendy 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're getting near half the team.
No, come on. I need half.
Kovacic.
5. One more.
5 is basically half.
No, it's not.
5.5
is close to 6. 5.5 is close to 6.
AC.
Oh, come on. Come on.
I think he's a better option at center back right now than Aspie is.
Honestly, he's in my starting lineup over Aspie in terms of best 11.
It's tight. It's tight.
Obviously, there's people who are going to say different things. There's different things, but
no. But me and you picked Christensen definitely. But I don't know. Obviously, Aspie's been playing there throughout the season since Tuchel has come in. Obviously,
yeah, he's probably part of Tuchel's best 11 in terms of Aspie. But I personally think at the moment in a back 3, I state in a back 3, Christensen's in that team.
Were we a fan of Aspie right wing back and Reece James right centre back?
I didn't mind Reece James in terms of the defensive aspect at right centre back. I've never been a fan of Aspie at right wing back. He offers absolutely nothing.
Why is he playing there? I'm trying to understand.
I still don't really understand it.
Captain.
Yeah, apart from him being a captain, I don't understand it.
Jorginho could have been captain that day.
I'm just telling you what Tuchel says. He has to have Aspie. He likes to have Aspie on the field because of his presence. I think that we would have been better off. I think he went that way because Christensen wasn't fit, really 100% fit to play 90. And I think that's why he went the way he went. I think if Christensen is fit in that game, he starts at right center back, and Aspie doesn't start for me because his legs are gone.
Against Vardy. Imagine Aspie against Vardy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a fair point.
Christensen's no road runner, but he's faster than Aspie. Aspie's getting down to Alonso and Jorginho levels of speed.
That's a bit harsh. Jorginho's slower than me, and I'm slow.
I mean, if I'm honest, if we look at last season, we were saying that should Aspie even play at fullback because he was slow and not contributing as much, let alone playing him at wing back. You got to have even more athleticism to play in that role. So I think it's just people dropping back on standards.
Yeah. I always have a question for you lot, but when you lot are talking and you lot explain your thing, I forget the main question that I want to ask. It's so annoying. Like I forgot
Write
it again.
them down.
I'm gonna write it down, but I'm focusing on other stuff as well, man. But see, look, now I forgot, man. Justice, look, I want you to ask us a question, man. Justice, let's swap it around. Give us a good question that you want to ask us. I know you got many questions in that head of yours. You're not IT technician for no reason.
Oh, well, okay. If we do, and it looks like we are going to bring a striker in, other than Tammy and Giroud, who we know are both probably most likely leaving in the summer. Giroud's going to Roma. And Tammy is just going to go. What attacker out of the rotation is not with the squad next year?
Are we including wingers into that, or just specifically strikers?
Any attacking positions?
If I had to pick one now, I'd probably say Hakan Ziyech is most likely to go.
Because of the formation, or
formation? I think his age as well. Like, I think if you're going to look at other young players and think they've got more time to grow,
do not put the screen. Never mind.
Ziyech is not putting it in now in his prime. I think they might just go and think we could probably make some money back. He was quite cheap when we got him. Probably could get that money back, maybe a little bit more to certain clubs, and then move on and put it into a striker or put it into the defensive midfielder. But I just don't see anyone else leaving. I don't see a Pulisic leaving. Maybe Hudson-Odoi could force his way out if he's not happy. But apart from that, I don't really see anyone else.
I'm gonna come back to this one. Sorry to cut off. Father, Kazi was on to you, bro.
Good afternoon. I don't care if he's on to me. I don't care less.
Why didn't you back Werner? You didn't back him.
I did back Werner. What are you talking about?
No, you got busy. You got your
No. The reason why, because he's screaming like a 16-year-old girl doesn't understand what he's actually saying, man.
How old is he?
Father, if you were my attorney, you would have been fired.
What is it?
If you were my attorney, you'd have been fired.
Yeah, I want that card, people. Pele card. But
how much is it?
Let's get to this. 30 million coins.
How much is that in pounds? If you want to buy it,
£2,000 at least.
What, real money? £2,000?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
It can't be.
For a card.
I don't know. Pele card, you know. We're talking about Pele card.
No, it must be like £100 to buy him or something.
No way, no. It's the £2,000. I can guarantee that.
You're joking.
He's free on what I play.
Want proof? I can show you proof.
He's free on what I play.
This is what you want proof, yeah? Okay, hold on.
See, y'all need to switch to PC.
See?
Get off PlayStation.
No way.
That is crazy.
Somebody lost their mind. And people pay that?
It's so easy to con people nowadays.
Yeah, like Father, who spends money on this shit.
No, of course not. What are you talking about? But anyway, let's get to the starting lineup, please.
Oh, we didn't start lineup. Oh.
I didn't know we were doing a starting lineup. All right.
Already.
All right, very quickly. Let's bring on Nick, because Nick has been spamming me 100 billion times today. I can't live by myself nowadays, man. I can't stream by myself nowadays. People
That's why,
spam me.
see? You've got to invite people, man. Don't be a cheapskate. That's why.
I'm not being cheesy clown, bruv. I wanted Justice and Matt initially. I always invite everyone after.
This is why I said I want Matt to be host and then Justice to be host. This is why
Hey, don't disrespect me, bro. Alright, put Kepa in, man.
No,
Of course not.
Huh?
No chance in hell. No. Of course not. No.
He's had his charity minutes. You can go out and look for his move now.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Quick teams. Mendy. Let's go.
Oh
That's
God.
easy.
Which one? The foot birthday, Mendy? Just kidding.
Okay. Let's agree. Let's talk about the three at the back now. Let's just go through each one. Does anyone want Aspi?
No.
No. Does anyone want Zuma?
No.
No.
So you want Rudiger, Silva, Christensen?
Yes.
Yep.
Let's go.
Stop.
I tried, man.
Don't
I
worry.
tried.
Ryan, we're not. He's not having any of them in there.
Mr. Tola.
Hey man, how you going?
Mr. Tola, man. What's the time over there, man? It's like 8 p.m.
No, it's 11.
Nah, dude, it's 11 p.m. in
11?
Hong Kong. What are you talking about? 7-hour
Yeah.
difference, isn't it?
How can it be 11? I swear you're 5 hours ahead.
No, 7.
7, mate.
Even I know.
No, 7.
Yeah, bro.
You got to
No,
watch the game. So you got to watch the game at what, 5 a.m. or something?
No, 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's pretty scuffed.
Well, my maths is quite bad still.
Yeah,
It's called dedication, man. Even I got my
exactly.
mates live in Australia. They had to wake up at 6 to watch the game.
Yeah,
Bro,
Australia's
if you're talking about dedication, you should have backed Timo Werner, didn't it?
Mate, I can't hear anything the word that Kazi said because he's screaming like a 16-year-old girl, man.
Kazi does have some anger issues, I swear, man. He just likes to let it all out there,
But
you know.
Anyway, let's go to Ben Chilwell, innit, Sadiq?
Yeah.
Anyone, put your hands up for Marcos Alonso. Anyone? Come on, man. Just one person. No. Going once. Going twice. Okay. Emerson.
Absolutely not.
I'm joking. That's a joke.
Chilwell, please. Nick, do you disagree with anyone at the back so far?
No, I think we should keep that, honestly.
But
I
you
think
said in the comments you want Zuma.
Nah, I said I want AC. Don't get it
cool.
twisted.
I think no one's trying.
To the right, Reece James.
Yep.
Yep.
Anyone want anything else?
No.
No.
Lamptey, Hudson-Odoi, Zabacosta. No, okay. All right, this is gonna be interesting. Does anyone want Jorginho?
No.
No.
So we all want Billy Gould. No, I'm joking. We all want Kovacic.
Yeah,
Kovacic and Kante.
Kovacic and Kante.
Is everyone agree with that? Yeah,
I do agree. It depends on how fit Kovacic is and whether
it's 100%, bro. It's confirmed. 100%.
All right, yeah, throw Kovacic in there. Honestly, I think we do need rotation, and he's one of our
Jorginho,
best players.
give Jorginho a rest, though. I can't lie.
Yeah, Jorginho has played a lot of games for Tuchel. He's done a lot of hard yards. He's been unlucky, honestly. So I do think
He's not. He doesn't. Let's make it clear. He's not having a rest. He's having a rest to look for his next move.
So you want Verratti in instead of him, yeah? It's what
I'd want Marquinhos in.
Marquinhos.
Skip
But Marquinhos, I know he can play there, but he's not actually
skip
not
Verratti.
playing.
Skip Verratti. Let's get Marquinhos in.
I don't think he's gonna want to play midfield. Yeah, in a two-man midfield. Yeah.
Don't worry. He can slot in. He will slot in at centre back when Silva retires. We've got this all planned.
Tuchel's played him there in a two-man
He
midfield.
he played him at a DM at PSG, but I don't think he really enjoyed that or liked that. So, it is what it is.
I've never heard that. So
No, that's what one of my French mates said. Like the fans didn't enjoy him playing there, and he didn't personally enjoy it himself. So,
Father, what are you searching? I'm like looking at the screen, bro. I'm like, what's going on?
No, for this one.
Oh, Kante, yeah. Everyone's gonna say Kante. No one's gonna say Billy Goulmo or Danny Drinkwater, are we?
No,
Any
No.
drink water, anyone? Bakayoko? No?
no.
Kante, please. Can we have a rare Kante as well?
Absolutely not.
Oh, come on, man.
That's
Uh,
the best card in the deck, man. Come on.
Just as said, put Hudson-Odoi on the right. Who got on the right, guys? Who got on the right? Let's hear some votes, please. I know everyone's gonna disagree on this one, so I want to hear this.
Nah,
Matt.
since Johnny's not here, I'll drop Mount to the bench, man. Since Johnny's
Really? Oh my
Paul is my guy.
I'm going to message Johnny now.
Please.
So we're going Havertz,
Please,
Werner, and
pull him out.
Pulisic, right?
Has he no longer got
Oh.
the minerals?
Okay, just as
Nah,
said,
I think-
Havertz, Werner, and
Pulisic.
Pulisic.
That's
I'm feeling
Pulisic.
a Havertz.
That's how you pronounce it.
Pulisic.
See, I'm not the one who said it, yeah? See, he said just as the one to say Havertz, Pulisic, and Werner, yeah? See, I'm not the one who said it.
But you
Make
dropped Mount to the bench, so who else are you going to play?
right.
He's also Hudson-Odoi and Ziyech. Wait, we haven't agreed though. Let everyone agree.
I think Havertz up front for me personally. Pulisic
Yeah.
is also a must on the left. I do think
Yeah.
Mason, on the right. I will say.
Okay, so you got Mason Mount.
Yeah, he turned
Okay,
up in the big
Matt-
game, need him.
He's getting
Matt,
a
it's
trophy
all down to
tonight.
you.
He has to play.
It's all down to Matt. It's all down to Matt.
I'm going to put Mount in, but
Oh,
I'm not.
Wait,
You could put Werner or Mount in. I wouldn't really care too much. But
So who's the other two that
I
need
just
to
I
play?
just need Pulisic and Havertz on that left and
okay. Let's put Havertz and Pulisic now, and then we've got Mount to Werner too. So it comes down to me. Is that what we're saying then?
Well, yeah, you're the host, so
yeah.
we
You're the hostess with the
we
mostest.
didn't let you have Alonso or Kepa, so you get the choice of Mount or Werner.
This is a hard one.
I'll go for Werner. Therefore.
You're as attorney at law, Fatter. Of course, you have
Yeah,
to
of
represent
course.
the side.
But the thing is, if Werner plays, I think Pulisic's going to be moved to the right.
Yeah,
You
that
could
makes
switch the
sense.
formation up and play a 1-2 instead of a 2-1.
That's true.
I bet
True.
you play top there.
True. Guys, man, everyone in the comments, man, let us know what Timo, Werner, Mason Mount. Let us know. I want to see some votes, man. And if you haven't already, like the video as well, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tune in after the game immediately. I can't pick, man. Honestly, I can't pick. I'm not gonna lie, I prefer Werner on the left as well, man.
If Johnny's not here, I'll put Werner straight away.
I'll probably go Werner, man.
Oh, it's being a
We
bit
all know
hard.
that Mount's going to play tonight, right? Because he's getting
Yeah,
his
I'll
trophy,
say-
so he
I'll
will
say
be
for
playing
Werner.
tonight.
Werner, please. Can I have a rare Werner?
I'll have to give this card, man. He's the one to watch.
I actually think this is our best starting 11 too.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Good. Nah, you gotta
Where's
put
Johnny?
Mason.
Call him out. Call him out.
Johnny, money.
Yeah, he
Right,
has
Johnny,
the
where's
minerals.
Johnny?
You're forgetting the
Text
minerals,
Johnny.
man.
The minerals
No.
is ending, man.
Nah, never, mate.
If
Never.
Johnny's not in the stream, oh yes, I'll take that, man.
He was beefing Kazi today as well, man. That stream was crazy.
If we were playing with 8s, I would say Mount has to be in there, but we're not playing with an 8.
Wait,
So
do you
for
remember?
me-
Do you guys remember the Jeremy Carl show?
It's still on, no?
Well, it is Monsters Channel. Johnny, Kazi, Father. It's basically a Jeremy Carl show.
Clash Ref, Kai. Oh my god, that one's hard to watch, man.
That's jokes. That's true. Jeremy Kyle show was quite funny, man. ITV1.
It was.
So we definitely wouldn't change anything on this. Hear that fun,
Nah.
bro?
Well, I put Mountain, but other than that, I'm happy. But I can see Werner playing.
So no Kepa, no Lonzo.
No,
Yeah.
they'll be looking for their next moves.
A hot take. I reckon if Mendy was in goal, a Tielemans shot, he would have saved it. But that's just me anyway.
What if Mendy was in goal?
Yeah, because
No,
Kepa actually
you're bugging out. You're bugging out.
no. Kepa actually got close, right? Mendy's 6'6", and he's good with those top bin saves. You know, he's come up with big saves.
But
Anyway.
would Mendy have moved that quick? That's
No,
the
if-
question.
I mean,
No, he's a good
I
guy.
just think
I reckon so.
it's stupid to look in hindsight about it.
No, of course he would have saved it from where Kepa was, but I'm saying, would
Yeah.
he have been in that position in the first place? That's the
I'm
question.
not sure. I guess it's if
Because
that's-
Kepa's reflexes are, didn't get to it, and he went for the wrong hand, in my opinion. I don't know why keepers do that.
Yeah,
because we're taught to do that.
Yeah, well, I forgot who said that as well. I think Courtois. Was it Courtois that was going through the same issue? He goes with the other hand. Or Lloris, I can't remember top of my head.
it's probably just
Yeah.
because the dominant hand, right? You prefer saving it with your right hand if you're right-handed, right? Makes
No.
more sense, but
No,
That's not
apparently
how
if
we're
you go the
trained.
opposite way, you want to do the other hand for some reason.
yeah, of course. If you're diving, if I'm diving right, I don't want to use, and it's going up in the corner. I want to use my left hand, right, instead of
Yeah,
my
so that's
right
what
hand.
happened.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
exactly.
happened, yeah.
Because at that point when you're diving, it's your front arm, which means it's your stronger arm in that position.
Yeah.
That's why they're taught to use that arm. You have to. I went to goalkeeping camps, and it was taught by Englishmen before
Absolutely
anybody said
not,
anything.
Ryan.
So
Johnny's not here, so
that's how he taught us,
right.
because in a dive like that, your front arm, or your top arm, I should say, is going to be your stronger arm than your back arm, because that's more likely to tip the ball into the goal, not over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair
it
enough.
makes
You're a
sense.
keeper then, Jester.
I was back in a different life.
That's a
The only
different
thing
life
I'm
as
keeping
well.
right now is a seat warm.
It's never
That's
too late.
that's me as well, bro. That's me as well, except for the weekends. But yeah, that is me as well. But I didn't know you did investment banking. Investment banking, you were saying?
Yeah, well, I went to school for it. I ended up as a lab rat instead.
Oh,
We've discussed
okay.
that.
Okay. Interesting life. Mount for Werner. Werner was shocking against Leicester. The question I want to
Absolutely
ask you
not.
guys.
If you want a Mount, you take off Pulisic then.
The question I want to ask you lot. Mount and Ziyech didn't really help Werner against Leicester. He had to do it by himself. Lack of service.
Correct.
Yeah, if
I
you're going
agree.
to say Werner was shit, so was Mount. I mean,
Yeah.
people were looking at that one shot that he got and saying that he was one of the best players on the pitch. He wasn't.
Absolutely
Well,
not, Ryan.
this is
Absolutely
Oscar.
not. This is my client you're talking about, and you're not going to do that up, client. No. I'm not having that, Ryan. I'm not having
Hudson
that
doesn't
standard,
even feature,
Ryan.
mate. Hudson doesn't even feature. Doesn't even get a chance, mate. There's no point even talking about him right now.
Yeah,
We're winning.
no
Well,
point.
we were winning. We're losing 2 games now, but before we were winning week in, week out. It's. I think definitely we need a formation change next season, though. The formation has to change.
To what?
2-2-2.
I don't know, far at the back, because we need other players to play week in, week out, man. I'm tired of just changing, rotating. I just need a strong 11.
But we're gonna do that too.
You at PSG, right? I'm pretty sure.
4-2-2-2, 4-3-3, or 4-2-4. But doesn't matter. You can't change those formations unless you bring in a proper holding midfielder. The reason, and nobody gets this, the reason we play with a back three is we don't have a
Our
holding
midfielders are
midfielder.
shit. Yeah.
We don't have a holding midfielder. And that made our center backs look bad, because they would leave the middle open every time. There was always space in the middle, whether we played with a double pivot or a singular holding mid under Frank. There was always space right in front of the 2 center backs. And when you do that with a back 4, you're going to get killed. That's why we play a back 3, not because of our center backs.
Frank Lampard's first season was a
No.
nightmare.
I'm not. I don't want Ryan. I want an argument, please, Ryan. No, I don't want an argument about that.
What happened?
He's like, bring me on and I'll tell you why.
What? Hudson Odoi over Werner?
For
Yeah.
Hudson Odoi.
That's a madness.
No. I'm not having that. No.
Wait, let me see your face.
important
Let me see your
game.
face. Say it again.
This
What
is the
happened?
most important game tonight, and you want to bring Troll ahead of Werner. You're capping for sure. Of course not. After the game against Saturday, you call him, oh, he's had a bottler, had a stinker, he had a poor performance against Leicester. If you're gonna blame Werner, then you're gonna have to blame the front three. Ziyech was poor on the Saturday, man was poor on Saturday. Everyone is on Saturday, it was poor. Literally, it's everyone's scapegoat though. Literally,
Karen. I need to hear this. Why should Werner play? Carry on. Carry on. I need to hear this.
Literally, yeah. If you look at the first half and that performance against Leicester, yeah, Werner's link-up play wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Even though we wasted so much chances and all that. In the second half, the reason why Werner hasn't got that many services because Ziyech was poor. He had an absolute stinker on Saturday against Leicester, where he dropped, I think, about 2 out of 10 performance. Yeah, and Mount couldn't do anything because he had to drop back in the midfield. That's why our front three is poor. And the fact that we've been keep changing our front three for the most of the times this season. Most of the times this season we keep changing our front three. There's no chemistry of it. He's not been shocking. Oh, come on, man. Is he been shocking? You're capping for sure. Your eyes, literally, man. Eye test. Yeah, you have to take your eye test to the what? To at least like a sunglasses store or something. I'll give you sunglasses for sure. If you want to see Werner in that pitch on Saturday. I'll tell you, I was in that pitch on that Saturday against Leicester. Yeah, Werner. The reason why Werner is poor because people around him were so poor. Simple as that. You're a fucking scapegoating, man.
Hey, father, that's the first time I've seen real energy from you on this channel. This is the energy that you've been lacking. This is the one I need. This is the energy I need. Okay,
Hey, father, this is the energy you should have on Saturday.
Not having that shit. Moving on.
Hey, what's this? Giroud,
Man said
front
Giroud.
three. You crazy?
Man's crazy.
Giroud front three. That's like Nick saying Tammy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like Nick saying Tammy Ziyech.
Look, the only thing you can actually get on to Werner about is some of his finishing. But to say that he's had a poor season with 31 goal contributions, who's our next best player with goal contributions after Werner?
Is it Mason Mount?
It's a Mason Mount. Just
I'm literally asking that question.
it might be Mason Mount. It might be Mason Mount.
17. He has 31. Excuse me. You can't say the person with the most goal contributions on the team was a flop. That's just ignorant.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. It's just he should have had a few more goals, but he has improved everyone around him. That's all. That's all it is.
Yes, Timo. How you doing, sir? Good. Yeah, just saying. Yeah, Timo. How about tonight, man? How you doing tonight? That's good. Yeah.
Man even puts on a skit. We're getting entertained
I don't know if I've been getting at you at some point, yeah.
Yeah, it is about stats because guess what? You only win a game if you put the ball in the back of the net. I'm not here to hear about draws or it's not about stats. It's about stats and it's about what you see with your eyes. It's both. But stats actually are the result of what you see with your eyes. Man has 31 goal contributions. Without that, we're down there with Arsenal.
Can I just make a point as well? If you're going to say, oh, you need to look at the eye test, then I'll look at the eye test and go, well, when Werner plays, the whole team plays better.
Man said good, you know.
You look at.
See? I just call him. See?
What do you say?
He promised that he's going to give you guys a good performance, so for sure.
Is he going to get us a goal?
Yeah, 100%. Give you guys a
The
goal.
fact that he's not clinical, that's fine. You can say that. But if you ever watched Timo Werner play and thought that it's one shot, one goal, I mean, you must have been on magic mushrooms when you are watching that game. He has never been that guy. He is a volume guy.
And he's always been someone that plays with a big striker. So we get a Kane. If unfortunately some people want to say we get Lukaku, Werner will get better around that player.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind anyone. I wouldn't mind if it's Kane. I don't mind if it's Lukaku. I don't mind if it's Haaland. I just want one of them. Okay.
Yeah,
Lukaku, no,
I
thank
totally
you.
agree with you, Sadiq. Look, Kane, look, Haaland's, it's not going to happen. So it's down to Kane or Lukaku. Now, the thing with Kane is he's held at ransom by Daniel Levy, right? And Levy is just going to sell him to the highest bidder. And realistically speaking,
Why
he'll
can't we
probably
be the highest bidder?
Do you think, but like 150 to 120 million for Kane, do you think it's feasible?
Nick,
Bro, we can give 100 and Tammy.
can I just make the point, Nick? Are Man United going to pay 150 million?
No,
Are Man City going to pay 150 million?
maybe because it's Kane. It's a
Maybe.
one-off.
Maybe, but it'll nearly triple what they've spent on the highest player. So we'll see if they actually have the action to do that rather than the talk. And then the only other person that's interested at the moment is PSG, and Kane's already stated he wants to stay in the
See
UK.
that?
So
See that?
game over.
You want me to play that video though? You want me to play that?
No,
video?
you can't. You can't. You
No,
can't.
no, we're
copyright.
having
Okay,
a
yeah,
debate.
copyright. But
Thing
yeah.
is,
Just watch that.
United are going to include
Please, yeah,
some
man.
players, right? I think they'll
Man.
probably offer like 80 or 90, but they'll throw in Lingard and they'll throw in
No, but
Martial.
they've just signed Cavani to a new deal. That tells
Yeah.
you all that they're not actually
They're
bothered
not
with a big
serious.
striker.
They're not
serious at all.
serious.
I think Man United will look for a DM, and that's why I think they might get Declan Rice in the summer. That's all they'll get, or Jadon Sancho. That's the
Well,
only
that
two
Declan
players I
Rice
think they
story,
get.
that Declan Rice story needs to hurry up and finish. Whether it's at Chelsea, which I hope it isn't, or United, just get this story done. I need to stop hearing this on the timeline. It's that he's our player right now. The way people go on about it.
They're
Okay.
focused on Jadon Sancho, and it's going to take them all summer to get Jadon Sancho done, because that's how. Look, one of the people I watch is Mark Goldbridge, and they're focused on Sancho and a center back. They're not even talking about a DM.
And
They're
even
not-
even the centre back, they've signed on Bay, so they're not that bothered with the centre back. They're
Right.
kind of looking, but it's only if they get the opportunity.
Right. So they're looking at Jadon Sancho and maybe a backup right back. That's all the business they're going to do this summer, because it takes them all summer to get one deal done.
Yeah, I heard Aspi might go United, by the way. One might have got a new contract. Yeah, one might have got a new contract, and obviously he's very, very close friends with him, so he said
He
to
can
come
go.
join
Bye.
United.
Is that another retirement home for our players? Or
Maybe.
Arsenal
It's like-
already
it's like-
played?
Nah,
It's either Arsenal or
He's a
United.
loyal man. He wouldn't do that. Like he's been
According to my sources, that's what I've been told.
I don't care about what anyone says. If a player's not getting played, he'll look for a move.
Yeah.
They do what best for their career, and Man United will pay handsomely
Yes,
as well.
Timo.
So you think it's good money for him as well?
Yeah, Nick, if Tammy goes Tottenham, for example, why does that not mean Aspi wouldn't go to United?
Yeah, United.
Those rival things are obviously we get it as fans. Well,
I know,
move on
I
from that.
understand that, but like Levy too, and Kane, he is a loyal man. I know that there isn't as much partisanship in football nowadays. Like people do cross these barriers between teams and all that. But when you consider the money too, and the backlash from the Tottenham fans, I mean, it's 120 minimum.
I'm not being funny. They're begging Kane to leave for his own career. If he goes to Chelsea, I think they'll be upset for a couple of weeks, but I think they'll understand once he wins a trophy.
But will Levy?
Sol
Levy.
Campbell did the same. Levy, you talk about this club rivalry stuff. Look at the Super League. We all jumped into bed with each other. It's that in terms of the business aspect of it, there is no rivalry anymore. And you look at Rudiger's been linked with moves to Tottenham before. You've had a couple of other players being linked to Tottenham before. Tammy Abraham's been linked with Tottenham now. This whole relationship with Tottenham will refuse to sign to do business with Chelsea. I think that's dead now, because realistically, Levy needs the money, and money talks. If Chelsea bid more than Man United and Man City, Chelsea will get Harry Kane. Simple as that, because Levy needs the money. Yeah, money talks.
How would you feel then if we got Lukaku? I would prefer Kane, but I'm also very open to the idea of Lukaku. And what would you feel like if we got him, Lukaku?
I mean,
It's not
all I'm going to say is I've watched Lukaku for a very long time, whether it's been for Belgium, whether it's been for Inter Milan, Man United, just generally I've watched him a lot, and I think yes, he may be an upgrade to what we've got, but at the same time, that's not very hard. But I still think if you compare him to a Kane, a Haaland, Lewandowski, etc. It's 1 or 2 steps down. And for me, people keep talking about, he's going to go for 60 million pounds. I'm sorry. I know Inter are in financial troubles, but if anyone thinks he's going for 60 million pounds, it's crazy.
No, we could
it-
get him for like 70, right? Because the Chinese owners of Inter Milan are very down bad. And Conte, you know how he is when he doesn't get his way at clubs. He throws his toys out of the pram and he leaves, right? And
He will
Conte,
start.
what? But
I
anyway,
can guarantee. No, I'm just answering the people comment section. I can guarantee he will start. There's no way he's going to be dropped.
It's 80
If
million
he's-
euros is what the price has been quoted for Lukaku. 80 million euros.
yeah, I
If
don't.
he's dropped tonight, I'll come into any other stream half naked for sure.
You come in sometimes like that anyway. Getting dressed just out of the shower, you know.
What
You
is
just
this
never
doing
know.
in the fact?
You're like a surprise.
Hey,
party.
Matt, have you got the full control of this, or is this a
No, I haven't got full control.
Some of us have to work in life as well, unfortunately, man. Otherwise, I
Oh.
So
You got-
I want to put
This
this.
is why I should give full control to Matt, though. That's why.
do you know what we did in the stream? Should I end the stream?
It's up to you. What the?
Yeah, there you go. It's ended, man.
So let's put this scenario by you. Let's ruin all of our London rivals' days. Let's say we sign Harry Kane. What about for a rotational striker, we bring in Aubameyang?
Nah. Get Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney, man. Just get Ivan Toney from Brentford. He's a top player.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What did you say, Chester? Can you repeat that?
Yeah. So we bring in Harry Kane, and then for depth, we go out and bring in Aubameyang.
Aubameyang.
Up Aubameyang, man. He's on 350k a week and he's got like 3 goals in the league this year. He's a waste. He's
That does
washed
not mean
up.
he's a waste. You're looking at one season. He has been a very consistent player. He's struggling because he's at an Arsenal team that is unmotivated, don't give a shit about the football, and he just can't be asked to play. He's also had malaria. He's also had malaria this season, which is
You
also
know what
obviously
happens
gonna
when
cause-
Arsenal give out big contracts? Everyone just falls off the
Yeah,
Ursula.
but it doesn't mean if he goes to another club he's not going to do well.
Matt, two things. Drogba recovered from malaria in 2 seconds, according to Sky Sports tweets.
Yeah, but malaria is very different to people.
Yep.
Fair enough. Second one, I prefer Aguero.
Yeah,
Aguero's going to Barca. It's done.
Yeah, Aguero's going to Barca, so it's irrelevant.
It's not done deal.
It's a done deal.
I
It's a
spoke to
done-
Fabrizio Romano yesterday. He said it's not done deal.
You sure?
Yeah.
On
I can
Instagram
see him
DMs.
going back to
Instagram
the
DMs.
new old boys now.
He's coming this channel very soon as well. But I spoke to him on DMs. He said it's not 100%. It's most likely going to be happening, but it's not 100%.
I'm just saying that would be funny as hell if we got Aubameyang
Yeah.
and we
do.
got Harry Kane, won the league, and then they would have to turn around and give us honor guard with those players in our kit. I mean,
Yeah.
you would be able to drink off the tears of those fans for years. I mean, that banter would be awesome.
Yeah.
Were they?
Quick question, Sadiq. What are you working in the background though?
He's making money.
He's making cash dollar.
Oh, or is he doing like a scouting for our strikers though?
Now,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. Wait, I'll tell you what I'm doing.
Spreadsheets.
No, if you're scouting for our strikers, that's fine, man. If you're getting Lukaku, you're doing like a Raiola work, you know.
He's looking to get Werner at the club.
Oh, shut up. Sadiq's working on send a fan mail to Kepa.
I don't have any beef with anybody in the comments. I don't have beef with anybody. I don't have beef with Johnny. I like to banter the hell out of Johnny.
I mean, if I'm
Yeah,
honest,
Johnny's
I
very
think
easy to wind up.
Justice gets the W's all the time.
Money.
Ollie Watkins. The
He's
fuck?
a top player. I'd love to.
I
see
would
it,
take
yeah.
Ollie Watkins as a backup.
No,
rotational
stop,
striker.
stop. All
Wait,
of
wait,
us.
what about
Stop.
what?
What's this Ollie Watkins? What are you talking about? Ollie
Wrexham
Watkins.
FC, man.
As a
Wrexham FC.
rotational striker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I was
no,
gonna-
no.
I was
That's
going to
not
say
saying.
this
That's not
clearly-
saying Casillo and Bamford.
Oh god, don't get that and started again.
Nah,
But
you
he
know
was
what?
talking about starting with Bamford. I'm not talking about Ollie Watkins starting for Chelsea, but playing in the FA Cup early rounds, playing in the Carabao Cup early rounds, playing in Champions League early rounds. You have to have a
Champions League
rotational
early
start.
rounds.
No, I
We
didn't
got
even
Tammy
think
Abraham.
Jessica. Oh yeah, I'd
got
honestly
Tammy
take Ivan
Abraham.
Toney, man. I'd honestly take Ivan Toney alongside.
Are we,
as a
are we are we all forgetting Armando Brosier's
Brozier.
going to come to the squad 2 years
Exactly.
time?
Yeah.
Come on.
How many goals? Has he got like 12 goals for Vitesse? I can't remember.
28.
I mean,
He's got-
he's already getting into the Albania squad, so he's getting international experience as well.
Albania.
Oh, that's disrespect, man.
Hold on,
Disrespect.
hold on.
Disrespect.
International experience is international experience, whatever country you play for.
Yeah.
Even if San Marino.
I'm not being
Well-
funny. 2 years time, if he can get a move to the Championship and then maybe a move into the Premier League, he can play a good backup role for us.
I
Kovacic,
rate
you're
Brozier.
speaking spot on. Kovacic,
Yeah.
you're
And
talking
he's-
facts. I
he's-
hope you start tonight, Kovacic.
Oh yeah, definitely starting.
What
Oh,
team
yeah.
would
Jorginho.
you like to see him go to then?
Where would I like to see
Championship.
Brozier go?
I tell you what. I said this the other day. Fulham, Mitrovic will be going in the summer. They have no Maya.
I want Premier League.
No, maybe
No, he's
Give
not
him
ready for the
time.
Premier League.
give Championship for him to build in. You got
Championship is
you
a
got to
great
bed these
breeding
players
ground.
into him. But Fulham do not have a striker at the moment,
Yep.
and that'll be there'll be a good team in the Championship. So you'll get a
What
lot of
about
service.
Madja? Is he on loan?
He's on
from-
loan. He's on loan, so he'll go back unless they decide to buy him, which I think he'll probably look to try and get another Premier League move, if anything.
Kings of Europe.
Not anymore.
Nah, mate. We got this year to prove it.
He
But
pulled out
anyway-
a history book.
The new Timo Werner.
Well said. Well said.
Just
They're
end
gonna
the
win the
freaking
Champions
thing,
League.
please.
No, I like this
It's
one.
Albania. I am sorry for dissing Albania. I'll take that back there.
Sadiq.
No.
Why are you working in the background? Are you working Raiola stuff? Like
No,
winning-
I'm generally working, bro. If my company
Yeah,
goes
what
on my
kind of-
stream right now,
what kind
if
of
they
work?
go
Are
they
you-
go on my stream right now, I'll be in trouble.
what kind of work though? Like, is it like
Accounting.
He's emailing his sources, ketchup and mayo.
Nah, that's yours, bro. I do chili sauce.
Nah, ban that chili sauce, man.
No, Sadiq's my accountant. He's working on my deal to buy Chelsea. I'm about $3
Yeah.
billion short.
Right, if
Anybody
you want to
wanna
buy
pitch in?
Chelsea, mate, you might as well buy Tottenham. You know.
Why would I buy Tottenham?
No, Sadiq though.
Well, actually, to be fair, I'd buy Tottenham just to ruin it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
no.
You'd waste
if I had
real
the
life
money-
money to ruin a football club.
Why
Really?
not? Yeah.
That's not saying you'd buy FIFA points.
Yeah. I
I'm
probably
not
have
getting to
about
that FIFA
I
$1
would
million.
not
points.
waste
comment.
1 pence on that team.
Who said I never spend on money on FIFA points, man? What are you talking about?
say you did.
I'd buy Tottenham just to sell Harry Kane to Chelsea and then just sell it off again.
Agreed.
Oh, that is true. That is so true.
So
Just buy Arsenal and get a Aubameyang at the same time.
oh man, that would be hilarious. That would be just to watch Troops' reaction. I mean, I'd put that on
that-
the
What is
guy.
Sadiq doing though? Are you taking photo of us though?
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
that would just be the. Oh,
Hey, that's a great camera. Is that with the mic on top? Yeah. I'll buy
Huh?
that for 30 quid. I'll buy that camera for 30 quid.
Are you crazy, bro? That's 6 times of how much super chats you've given me, bro.
Timo Werner, perfect hat trick.
Yeah, 30 quid in it.
Um,
Five times six.
not everybody can be
Still,
Christian
bro,
Pulisic.
600. Guys, there's a serious question I want to ask you lot, though. What about Conor Gallagher?
I think
He'll
he
be playing
needs
at Crystal
one more
Palace
year.
next year.
Yeah, Palace. I'd like to see Lampard get the job. They get some young attacking talent. Someone like Gallagher goes there, maybe even Abraham, if worse comes to worse. Develop their career even more. because Gallagher has potential, right? I just feel bad for him because he's at West Brom. They're quite Allardyce, right? They're not playing attacking, free-flowing football, apart from when they battered us. But anyway, I'd like to see him develop more. And then I think he could potentially have a role to play in the future because he is still quite young. I think he's 20 or 21, 19,
Yeah,
around there.
I think he's coming on 21.
Yeah.
I
One's on his
I see
side.
him. I see him as an unpolished Mason Mount because he runs the whole match just like Mason does. Breaks up play. Probably doesn't have. It's probably not as clinical going forward as Mason is.
But I think he can play in that 6 role more than a Mason Mount could.
Yeah, I think he's more sturdy than Mount. He's a bigger dude. Right.
I think with Gallagher, for me, I think both him and probably Ruben Loftus-Cheek will probably get the pre-season to prove to Tuchel and show to Tuchel what they've got. And I think one of them will stay, one of them will go.
Who do you think that'll be, Matt?
You know I want to stay, but
I just don't. I think his window's closed for Chelsea. Unfortunately, I would give anything to get prime Ruben back under, like he played under Sarri. Believe me, we need that in our team.
Yeah, it was honestly, it's just tragic what happened to him.
Yeah.
Like, it's so unfortunate, and then it's just a downward spiral from there, and it shows you what an impact an injury can have on your career and progression and motivation and etc. But I'd love to see him. You know, it's nothing personal. We all want Ruben to do well, and unfortunately, circumstances just haven't turned out in the best way for him. And him personally, he's been quite badly affected, I think, by that. His confidence just was shot, and he just hasn't done exceptionally well for Fulham this year. Arguably saying that Fulham as a team haven't done that well, but he's shown some bright potential and promising signs. So I'd like to see him out another year. But
Why does Nick sound like a reporter on TV?
I mean, we've had Dex's comments is perfect. What he said, I think Tuchel would. He's said it before. I think Tuchel would like a Ruben type player. So I think if anyone can get and see anything left in Ruben, I think Tuchel will hopefully see it and then.
Are you sure it's
see how it goes.
Is it sure you love him every single day you tweet about him?
I love it. I'm gonna throw a bombshell out there. Ruben Loftus-Cheek in his prime was better than Mason Mount's ever been.
Absolutely,
We haven't seen his prime, though. We haven't seen his prime, though.
Yeah, as I said, I mean, it is prime as in when he's played for Chelsea. So sorry days.
Yeah,
Ruben's
I
sorry
agree.
days is better than Mount's ever done in a Chelsea shirt at the moment.
Well, give me some moments where he shined. The 1-2 Hazard. The 1-2
the whole
Hazard.
Europa League campaign. Do you see how many goals and assists he was knocking in?
That's
Not just in the Europa
League.
League, he was doing it in the Premier League as well.
That's what I'm saying. I remember 1-2s with Hazard, yeah, and he scored. What else? I'm trying to remember.
He had that whole stint from February to basically to May, where it was. I think it was easily already in double figures for goals and assists. He overtook Barkley, and Barkley played the whole season before.
Don't disrespect Ross Barkley.
Diamber disrespected Ross Barkley.
That is my guy. Okay, that's my
Barkley was
guy.
washed.
When have you been on Ross Barkley hive, man? I've never heard this from you, Sidney.
Bro, if you had me on Twitter, you'd know I was on Ross Barkley hive. I used to post me and him in the photo to him always. He was my guy. Before Alonso and Kepa, it was Ross Barkley.
Ross Barkley's washed up, man. The only thing I remember is him scoring that goal against United in the last second.
I was on that game. That game was a nightmare. That
Yeah,
game was absolutely nightmare. 2-2, right?
yeah. And Barkley scored in the 95th minute or something.
9th minute.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that year under Sarri, he had 10 goals and 5 assists in 1,600 minutes.
So that was miles less
16.
than what Mount's played now, and Mount got
4,000
9
minutes
goals.
for Mount.
Mostly from Europa League, bro.
Yeah.
What's
your point? What's your point?
Yeah, Europa League standards. What is that, bro?
Yeah, but didn't Mount play in the? No, wait, no, it was Champions League, but still.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
we were playing fucking Krasnodar in the Champions League. Krasnodar are not fucking Champions League status, are they?
Yes!
Can't disrespect
Yes!
that, man.
Who said that? Who said that? Perfect hat trick. Yeah!
It's it now. He's been there for 5 minutes.
Just noticed it down there.
Yeah!
It's
No,
been like 10
Timo.
minutes.
Nobody. Yes, he has to start Timo. Yeah!
Like,
Perfect hat
bro.
trick.
Give us the best description of Timo Werner, why he should play every single game when available.
He's got his pace. He'll stretch the defense.
Yeah.
Period. That's it. Period.
Yeah. Come on, I want more. What's that?
Come on, you have to defend your client better than that.
Come
You have
on,
to
man.
prepare.
Give me 30 seconds of Timo Werner. 30 seconds of Timo Werner. Why he should play?
Because he's better striker than anyone. I don't know. I have no idea, man. But I'm just enjoying my drink.
So I can do this. Timo Werner, number one, he's our best attacking option, has our most goals and our combined goals and assists. So he does stretch the defense, gives us pace that we don't get from that position from anybody else, makes runs that nobody else makes. Like Mount, he will run for 90 minutes until he can't run anymore. And he's not one-dimensional. He can play out wide. He can play down the middle. He can play on the right. He can play on the left. So he gives you options that, let's say, a Tammy, Abraham, or Giroud will not give you. And if you don't have him in the team, who else is going to do those things? Who else is going to do those things?
Now, well said, Jester. Honestly, I think we need to bring to every Chelsea fan's attention is Werner's.
Mahoney, I will block you from the comment, but I'm just joking. This channel, but
Timo Werner's work off the ball is exceptional, right?
Yeah,
he makes runs all the time.
Tell him, Nicholas. Go on, Nicholas.
Granted, a couple of those are offside, but still, we need to find him more. He, as we've all said, he's a high volume striker. If we give the ball to him more chances, he will score. But he only gets 1 or 2 chances a game. Now, granted, his finishing does need to improve. But if we find him a lot more during the game, he has the potential to score a lot more chances. So therefore, if we just give the ball to Werner more, he'll score more, in my opinion. And we just need to find him on those runs, off the ball movement, over the top, because he's rapid in behind. And that's something we haven't always done. The midfielder, they take the ball, receive the ball, look their head up, but pass it sideways instead of forward. So that's what we need to do. Play the ball to Werner. Things will get better.
Slow build up. Too slow in the build up phase.
Exactly. Jorginho, right? I've given him a lot of credit, but he doesn't get the ball out of his feet very quickly. He takes a touch, he's very smart, he reads the game, but he doesn't always look forward, which is a big criticism of him. And I think if he can develop that aspect of his game, Jorginho, it'll be a lot better in the future.
Everyone, please, everyone.
If you're happy and clap your hands.
I'm saying on Nick's. I'm saying on Nick's speech, bro.
Yeah, cheers. He can't dribble. No, I disagree. Did you see his goal against?
You know what? Yeah. I'll make sure if he scores tonight, I'm gonna make you guys sing in this song. Yeah.
Torture.
Tuchel is here now. We need to start improving. You are capping and ridiculous and out of your arse about that comment. Go back to your underground, man, where you've been shadow dwelling about that. Oh, will he the people with fact he can't dribble? Kiss my ass, man.
So how come some players get a pass for their first season in the Premier League and other players don't?
Exactly. Like Ndombele, right? He was tragic last year for Spurs. He was tragic. He was useless. He was hopeless. He was the record signing. Now he's done very well this year. He's balled out for them. Why can't Timo Werner do the same? That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that's what I've always heard. It takes a year.
He'll come good next season. I can guarantee that. He'll come good for sure next season.
I think
if Timo Werner scores goals next season, I'm coming for everyone.
Yes,
he will.
Yes, you and me both. Yes.
Like, guys, especially if we bring in such a high quality caliber player such as Lukaku or even Kane, right? If Kane comes in, that's instantly going to elevate Werner's game, right? Because Kane's got that excellent link-up play. He brings players into the game. You've got to look at his relationship with Son. You could develop something like that with Pulisic to amount to, and same thing with Werner, right? He will just get more chances with Kane, and he can only get better if Kane comes into the club. Granted, he will lose minutes, game time, but I think his overall output will definitely improve next year with the addition of Kane.
52 million reasons. So now we're blaming the player for what his transfer fee was. You have to get off of that. His transfer fee was first of all, it's not transfer fee, it's a release clause. Second of all, Timo didn't go out and say, I'm worth $52 million. You have to pay that. That's what the club valued him at. It's not the player's fault. It's never the player's fault what the transfer fee was. They have no say in that. Second of all, why doesn't Werner get a pass for his first year in the Premier League like all the other players? And don't forget, even with this bad season, he's still our most valuable offensive player as far as goal contributions.
And can I just make a point to people? Why is it that Werner gets slagged off in his first season, yet Havertz doesn't? And Havertz, if anything, has contributed a lot less than Timo Werner has this season.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Thank
And
you.
Havertz costs more.
Same thing, honestly, with Ziyech too, right? Ziyech hasn't done that much this year, and fans are always like, "Oh yeah, come good, you know, he's an experienced player." You need to give him more time and opportunity, man. Ziyech is the one that
Somebody's got
should
to go.
go for Werner, honestly.
I'll tell you what, Matty, it's called scapegoat. Some people are
course.
scapegoating about Timo Werner.
It's like, and I'm going to make the point about the price tag. Kepa is exactly the same. Kepa cost 72 million, but it wasn't his fault that he got bought for that price. He had an 18 million pound release clause 6 months before. And if you ask me now, he is an 18 million pound player, and he always has been. But Mourinho was stupid enough to buy him for that price, and that's why he's getting slagged off. If we bought Kepa for 18 million pounds, no one would be moaning as much as they are now. They'd just be like, "Oh, he's not been good. Might have to get rid of him." But because he's 72 million, he's the worst signing we've ever played. Oh my god, Kepa. And there you go.
Facts, man. Guys, look, we've been streaming for an hour and 15. I do need to go now as well. I'm falling behind on work. Just needs to go. Oh, you got work as well, yeah?
Hey, Monday through Thursday for 10 hours, 11 hours a day.
Luckily, you got Fridays off though. That's a nice.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
We all need to work. That's all.
I'll be on straight after the game immediately, guys. So you lot can tune in straight as well. Nick, I think you're
going to be in the game.
Nah, mate, I'm gonna be asleep.
No, Father, I sold the tickets.
How?
Like I refunded it. I mean, but you're not going to the game, Father, are you?
Nah, I can't be.
Well, you never come on the stream after the game anyway. You snake it. But anyway, you lot like the video. Hopefully, you see Matt just as at least because Father's doing something else. And we'll see you guys soon, man.
Astaghfirullah, man. You tell me, snake.
Who's Loco Coco?
I don't know.